One. Welcome, everyone, to the Tethys Shipyards. I am Takeshi Yamato, the Yardmaster, joining our host, the Housecoat Gamer.
Yo.
For our next hero ship on the list, we are looking at the Jupiter-class USS Avalon. I don't remember what registry code I gave it, but it's probably in the upper 90,000s or the low 100,000s. The Avalon is, or it might have been a lower one with a alpha designation. Who knows? But anyway, the Avalon is the flagship of a Starfleet admiral who who is well known as something of a tactical genius. And, well, he's an unconventional one because he goes a bit further with Sun Tzu. Know your enemy, know yourself. You will win every battle. His philosophy is know yourself, know your enemy, know the terrain, know everything, and all the variables will come together in your victory. And, well, he does a fair amount with that. It's just there are times when Murphy decides to screw him over.
I've lost count of the number of times that's happened.
Yeah. He manages to pull through a fair amount, though. And his fighter squadron, the Black Knights, has become well renowned throughout the Klingon War of 2405 to 2409 and the Iconian War, etc., etc. So, in case you haven't guessed, this is basically the Avalon and her crew are basically a bunch of Code Geass XPs / imports / whatever. So, let's see about getting this thing statted. Base stat line for the Jupiter-class starship, as we came up with, is Scale 7 starship, entered service 2409, and it has comms 12, computers 11, engines 8, sensors 11, structure 12, weapons 9. Department values: command +2, engineering +1, phaser arrays, photon torpedoes, strength 6 tractor beam, blade of armor, command ship, 2 instances of extensive shell base and secondary reactors, and a special rule of cavernous hangars, which lets its shuttle bays hold starships of up to scale 3. So we will give this thing the flagship mission profile because, well, it is. It is a flagship. All right, get back to the page. Let's see, flagship. So the flagship is Command 3, Con 1, Security 3, Medicine 2, Science 2, Engineering 2, Science 2, Medicine 1. So adding the modifiers, we have Command 5, Con 1, Security 3, Engineering 3, Science 2, Medicine 1. And for a profile talent, I'm thinking either dedicated subspace transceiver arrays or diplomatic suites.
I'm not entirely sure that Lelouch v. Britannia, or Lamperouge, should be allowed anywhere near foreign dignitaries.
Fair enough. So we'll go with dedicated subspace transceiver.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. So, dedicated subspace transceiver arrays. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 talents. We have room for one more.
I'm pretty sure that this ship mounts more than just photon torpedoes.
So, expanded munitions?
After all, there are more exotic weapons that could be used, like shield-penetrating chronoton torpedoes.
So, expanded munitions?
Yeah, pretty much. And yes, I am going to bitch about that. Chronoton torpedoes are temporarily shifted to bypass defenses. They do not slow you down.
Yeah.
Go rewatch Year of Hell, you morons.
Yeah, well, I guess they already had transphasic torpedoes for a shield-piercing weapon, so they needed to do something different with Chronoton.
We're not even sure how transphasic torpedoes even work.
Yeah.
Other than causing massive overloads to a Borg cube, which is all we really know.
Yeah.
Point remains.
But, yeah, I'll go ahead and give this thing transphasics.
Back to the point at hand. I'm sorry about that little rant, but you know me. I am a major Trek buff.
Yeah, you are our lore master.
Indeed I am. And it is the fact that the lore has been ignored.
Yeah.
It irks me. It irks me, and I shall have them.
Yeah.
I shall round the moons of Neptune. Rip your heart out over Saturn! Oh, you get the general idea. I will round perdition's flames!
Yeah. Anyway, for derivative stats, as a Scale 7 starship, it has Resistance 7, which goes up to Resistance 9 with ablative armor. Power is equal to engines, so engines 8. Secondary reactors adds 5, so that's 13. Shields are structure plus security. 12 structure plus 3 security is 15 shields. Lastly, descriptor traits. Federation starship, flagship of the Black Knights, and
I'm half tempted to
complicated relationship.
I'm half tempted to say all these people are from Code Geass. All of them somehow fell out of a portal and, Sanjuichi and all that.
Yeah, I was thinking more like cross-dimension, alternate universe versions of them, but I'm thinking complicated relationship with Murphy.
Murphy hates them almost as much as they hate the Rockeye Loom. All that ship wants to do is build things. Hey, what happens? Near constant combat.
Yeah. So, complicated relationship with Murphy.
Leave me alone.
That is the Avalon. Yeah, that is the Avalon.
Oh god.
You know me. I do a lot of my Star Trek Online ships, or honestly a fair amount of ships in general, are related to some anime or another.
Rather fitting, considering
the Minerva.
rather fitting, considering there are quite a few Trek ships named after anime, and even an entire species named after an anime.
Yeah, but yeah,
the Nausicaans, for those who aren't particularly clueless.
Yeah, Nausicaa, the Valley of the Wind, the Akira class, and all its variations.
With only one exception, the Thunder
Technically,
Child.
Yeah, for my character, for my captain's log stories, I've created a Akira class ship called the Kazanari, named after an anime protagonist. And obviously, some of the previous ships in this list are related to anime or Japanese video games.
As an example,
Archangel,
the
Minerva.
Rock Loom.
Yeah, that's Ron, but the Archangel from Gundam Seed, the Minerva from Seed Destiny, the Calmus from Star Ocean, etc. If I'm going to be if a ship has a definite name related to anime, I am probably going to be the one giving the lore. Unless we outright say it's one of Ron's boats.
Or one of Jorn's boats. Though, he's really busy, so he's basically leaving all the work to us.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Avalon. Isle of the King.
Yeah.
In more ways than one.
Indeed.
Bye-bye.